again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, another edition of 15 Good Minutes. It's your guy, Coach B. Freddie, how we doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good, Joe. How about you, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. It's cold, a little snow, but we doing good, man. We doing good.
I knew you was going to get a weather report. That's why I stayed away from
Yes, sir, man. I had to wake up this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning and clean off the car, man.
What we're going to do today, man, our whole focus today is really pretty simple. We're going to break down the divisional playoffs for the NFL. I just like to open by saying I enjoy single elimination playoffs on any level. You know what I mean? This is what I like about March Madness and stuff too. Do whatever you got to do to get in there, and you have hope. Conversely, don't think that if you skated in there, that when the time comes, you're going to be able to keep skating, and that's what I love about it. You know, one of us, and again, and I always say this, it's never me or JR, but one of us was at an NFL playoff game 24 hours ago in Florida, and now he's back in Texas chilling with the group. So glad Freddie was able to go and watch his Tampa Bay Bucks do what they had to do against Philly. So divisional round, right? We got 8 teams left. We got 4 games all this weekend, 2 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So I'm going to start with you first, JR. So going to the AFC, right? The Texans, your Texans, and you weren't here last week, but I took some time to remind the viewers about your preseason pick, your surprise team, and they're out there getting it done. So the Texans are going to Baltimore. What do you see in that game, and do you have a key to that game, if anything?
I really think that Baltimore's defense is just too strong for Texas, but I don't know if this is the same team they played a few months ago. Okay, and like you said, this is a single game elimination. Anything can happen. All right. They have to give protection to Stroud. I don't know if because of Baltimore's defense is so quick to get at the quarterback. I don't know if he have enough time to really throw the ball, efficiently to who he wants to throw it to. Even though he's got some good targets, that the defense will make you do a lot of stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily do.
What's their running game like?
The running game isn't bad either. I mean, they've got some good running games, but like I'm saying, their defense, the Ravens' defense, I think to me, is almost better than their offense as far as saving plays. But then again, Baltimore hasn't been playing all that great all year. They've been in and out. The last time these guys played, the Ravens beat them 25-9, but the stats don't look like that score.
True, but the coach in me says right now, I don't care what the stats say. If we get a W, I'm taking that jump.
You take a W
100%.
But what I see is that if they give my man Stroh some protection, I think this is going to be a good game, and I don't think it'll be a 25-9. I think Texans will come back and beat them. It may be a close game, but I think
I don't have to ask for your winner. You taking Texas over the Ravens?
Yep.
That's a yes. All right, fair enough. Hey, Freddie, I think Baltimore is the overall 1 seed in right? So what do you see, Fred? What do you see, Freddie, with Baltimore hosting the Texans? Can they do what JR suggesting? Or you think it's close, or what are you seeing?
Well, I haven't really looked at the weather. I think the weather could be a factor. You have Houston, a dome team, going to Baltimore. And
it's supposed to snow the day before, but just a couple inches.
Right. I don't know how Houston, prepares for that or whatever the case may be. I fully expect Baltimore to win. But it wouldn't shock me if Houston won or put up a fight. I don't expect Houston to win. I think this is, where the fairy tale ends for Houston. Baltimore, truth of the matter is, they can give it to you however you want it. They can grind you out, or they can blow you out, or they can get into a track meet with you. If you look at what they did to Miami, look at a high scoring team. If you look at what they did to it was another team, San Francisco.
Yeah.
high power offense. So, they can put up points with the best of them, and guess what? When they beat both those teams, they were at home. Whereas Houston going on the road to Baltimore. Mark Andrews is back. In my opinion, of all teams in the playoffs, AFC and NFC, I think they've been the most consistent overall. So I'm going Baltimore.
Do you see it? You don't have to give me a number, but close game or none.
I say Baltimore 31-21.
I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to give the nod to Baltimore. I think the X factor for me is you have to put a spy on Jackson. Whatever you're going to put a spy on. Now, he may not run as much anymore, but when he does, he's very dangerous with that. And I think the other key, if there were two to this game, is to Freddie's point, if Baltimore watched that game, JR, you can't let the Texans jump out like that. And I think if it's close, meaning a score either direction, I think if it's close, that's reachable for Baltimore. They can score quick, they can score in bunches, they can score in a hurry. And to Freddie's point, I think to end, I think they've been playing the best. The other game, JR, starting with you, San Francisco 49ers are hosting Green Bay. Tell me what you see in that game.
I know that Green Bay was playing well the last game, but I still got to go with San Fran.
Freddie, San Francisco's hosting. Can Green Bay go in there and keep their fairy tale going, or does it end for them there? And if so, why?
Can they go in to San Francisco and beat them? Yes, they can. They just went into Dallas and beat Dallas, right? Dallas, the highest scoring team in the league. I don't think they will. I think San Francisco is going to win. But I think one thing, like I'm pumping the brakes on Jordan Love. Yeah, I'm not taking away anything of what he's done. He's looked phenomenal.
Close game or no?
I say 28-17 San Francisco.
Okay, that's about where I'm at. I'm going, I think it's a 14 to 17 point win for the 49ers. For me, you're right. They had that little hiccup at one point, but I think next to Baltimore, I think San Francisco just been consistent with the weapons that they have offensively, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, protection, all those things. To me, favor San Francisco. I'm not calling it a blowout, but I'm saying, 14 to 17 point win at home for San Francisco. JR, moving over to Sunday now, right? But I'm going to stay on the NFC side, right? So you got Freddie's Tampa Bay Bucks traveling to Detroit. Detroit's hosting. Two teams playing well at the right time. Who you got and why?
I'm going to, even though I think Tampa's going to win, I'm going to go with the Lions for only one reason, is that they haven't won a playoff in a while. They're playing home. Their fans behind them, like you said, they're playing well.
Close game or no?
I think it is a close game. I think it may be about 7, maybe even 9 points. I don't think there's no runaway. Now, if there is a runaway, I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's gonna be Tampa.
Okay, so hang on now. Are we going?
I'm going with Detroit, but I'm saying,
what if it's a runaway? It's Tampa.
Runaway, it's gonna be a runaway because of Tampa. It's not gonna be because of Detroit.
Okay, fair enough. I think two things are helping Tampa right now. I think Baker is playing within himself, and if those of you guys that have coached, you understand what I'm talking about. And I think that they're in lockstep at the right time, which for me means that they can win on any given Sunday. So in this case, Freddie, what are you expecting? Can Tampa go in there and get that game, or is Detroit too strong?
I think obviously, in Tampa. So I have faith in Tampa to go spend my money to go from Dallas to Tampa.
And back.
So I've gone this far. I'm going to go a week further. I don't think Detroit has enough other guys to consistently, beat Tampa, even though they're going to be at home. But I'm going with Tampa. I say 28-24, Tampa.
28-24 in a close one. Okay. I can appreciate that. That's your team. But like the Texans was, JR's surprise team. My non-surprise team preseason was Detroit. I like the way they finished it last year. I like the coach. You know what I'm saying? Make me want to find some pads around here, dust them off, and suit up. Go through that wall with you, coach. You know what I'm saying? Them cats is fired up, man. And I think they can get another one. I do think it'll be close. Like I said, the one thing that I cannot take away from the Bucks is they're playing very well at the right time. But I think the Lions are as well. I think that's going to be a whale of a game going with Detroit. GR, last game for the divisional round, right, is going to be Sunday evening, and it's going to be Buffalo hosting Kansas City. In the past, we've always, a lot of times, it's been the other way around. Kansas City's been the host. Kansas City's been finishing the way that the Ravens had. Well, Kansas City's going on the road to Buffalo. What do you see in that game?
Kansas City's got to go in there with an attitude, but I don't think their attitude's going to save them from the game. I think Buffalo's going to take them out at home.
Close game or no?
No, I don't think it's that close. I think it may be about a 12-point game.
Okay, that's 2 scores at least. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I think it'd be a 12-point game.
I don't know what year it was. Maybe y'all can help me. It wasn't last year, maybe 2 years ago. Those two played a playoff game for the ages.
Yeah, right.
For the 8. And that was when I said that's why the overtime rule was kind of screwed up. It went into overtime. That was a battle. And I always remember that game. So what are you seeing, Freddie, in this game coming up? Buffalo's finally getting the host and Kansas City's on the road. What does that mean?
I think this is the year Buffalo gets it done. I think the last years past, Buffalo has been the team that everybody thought was going to get there, and they didn't do it. Now this year, Buffalo at one point, Buffalo was what, 6-6 or something?
Yeah, yeah, real close, right?
People were saying that they're done, they're over, but they hung tight. Things broke their way. I think this is the year that Buffalo gets it done, and I think Buffalo wins it 24-18.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what both you guys are saying. I do think it's Buffalo. My biggest worry with them is whether or not Josh tries to do too much. That's when the turnovers come. I talked about Baker earlier in terms of playing within yourself. If Josh Allen plays within himself, they can get it. I still think he's probably their best rusher. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kansas City, attacks that. But I think we've seen a different Kansas City, a different Kansas City than before. They've had some struggles. They've had some losses, some straight up losses. And I'm not saying that this is where it ends for KC. I'm saying this might be where it begins for Buffalo. So I'm going with Buffalo, and I think they get it by 10 points. So that's it for the divisionals, right? We'll get into the conference championships next weekend. We'll see how close we came. Again, some really good football being played. Love the single elimination. Before we get out today, let me see if the guys got something to say. I'll start with you, JR. You got something to say today?
No, I'm good. I'm good this week right now.
Freddie, how about you? You got something to say?
I really did. And it was a sports topic that was going on. And it literally just slipped my mind. But not at the moment. I can't think of it at this moment.
It's all good. All right. I got something to say. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Huh? How about the number 1 scoring team in the league getting beat down at home? How about the cutaway shots to Jerry Jones in the booth having a fit? Huh? How about getting not just losing on a field goal, Freddie, not a last-minute Hail Mary, but I'm talking about a straight old school ass whipping. And I got some names if y'all will just bear with me for a second. Reverend Mike, I love you, buddy. Cousin, family, diehard Cowboy fans. So Reverend Mike, how about them Cowboys, huh? Marlon, my good friend Marlon, love you too. Marlon, how about them Cowboys? Ooh, Claude, we had Claude on the show. Good friend of the program. I love Claude. Hey, Claude, how about them Cowboys, right? I ain't finished. Julius, my niece's husband, diehard Cowboy fan. Julius, what's going to happen in the spring and the summer because the Cowboys are done? How about them Cowboys? I got more. Brenda, my cousin Brenda, Brenda, diehard Cowboys fan. Hey, B, love you. How about them Cowboys? Nothing to me is better than a Dallas loss. but a Dallas beatdown at home, Freddie, it's like Duke losing at home for me. You understand? It's how about them Cowboys? I've been waiting all year to say that for all these Cowboy fans. You got trashed at home. I loved it. I got to say.
I mean, you calling names and everything. I
I got names. I might have forgot somebody. If I forgot some of y'all know who you are. Hit me up. Hit me up. I'll get you online. How about them Cowboys? That's all we got time for this week. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We look forward to talking to you guys next week. Enjoy the divisional round this weekend. We'll holler at you.